Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at the newest version that has arrived in the world of Monster Strike. It is version 23.0. There's a lot of UI related stuff that has changed, so in case you don't notice, you don't understand what's happened, where's this thing that I used before? I'll make sure that we go over it together so you do not get lost in the newest update. So obviously the first thing you probably noticed is the fact that, well, actually there's something else you probably noticed, but we'll do that later. The navigation buttons here have been changed a little bit. The room button has been moved from the top right corner to on top of the navigation buttons on the bottom right here. You can also see that the multi co-op button has been changed ever so slightly. You do have the option to see if your friend is hosting or a room is hosting a quest that you may be interested in. If a room is hosting a quest, it'll be pulsing in a blue color. If it is a friend, it will be pulsing in a yellow color, so you can make a visual distinction that way. And of course, by virtue of that room button moving to the bottom right, the missions button has been pushed over to the left and shrunk down to half its normal size, along with the schedule button. So hopefully you might need to break your muscle memory there and not forget that they are on that side of the navigation pod now. You also have the option to set your password or passkey here. I think it's nice you don't have to wait a cycle to go to that screen, have it churn, and then re-enter or disable your key. If you want to set a number, hit that green button on the bottom right to set your new code. Otherwise, you can turn on or off that hidden key at your leisure. Next up is the box UI. There is, oops, that's not the right button. There is a slight change in terms of mechanics here. You can see that first off that the power up and the Evo buttons have been removed from the screen. You will now have to click a monster first. I'm not actually sure if that's a good thing or not, because it does mean, when you set to the Evo form, you actually, it was only showing monsters that could be evolved in the first case. For here now, right, like I think Hurricane here, you can see that the buttons are now on the top right. The left one says power up, and the right one says evolve. Now, of course, if you try to evolve somebody that has already reached its maximum evolution state, and there's no option to go back or forth, you'll see this notification saying, hey, there's nothing to do to evolve this monster. But let's say we have Beethoven here. This is his Transcension Kai form. You can of course go back to his Transcension form, so that's why that evolve button will continue to work. So that's one big change, that the level up and the Evo button has been moved internally to this monster screen. The other thing is, of course, these buttons here. This button now says Evo materials or fuse materials, right? Kyoka Sozai. You'll be using this to level up your monsters. Now, let's see, do I have something? I guess I have this. It might stop me. Okay, now there you go. The rightmost button there, it now says luck. So now you don't have to click that checkbox anymore that we had to do before, right? I mean, it's still there if you want to do it manually, but you can just click that button and it'll do it automatically for you. So it'll find all monsters that apply to that, and then you'll be able to increase your monster's luck that way. Now, of course, if you didn't watch Monster Strike News, you may be asking, hey, I like that halfway button. What about, what's up with that? Well, I mean, the good thing here is that that has been retired, but in return, all of the values that you used to get from any of the Morlings, whether it's HP, speed, or attack, or any of the EXP turtles, have all been doubled. So you are always getting that Daiseiko Mega Fuse that would give you twice as many, value points, whether it's for the plus Morlings or your EXP values. That's gone because you're just gonna get it all the time. Everything has been doubled, so it's virtually on all the time. No, I mean, I guess this is, I've said this before too, maybe a little disappointing that we've lost one perk about Monster Strike Day. But on the other hand, it's just on all the time, so I think it's fine. There is a renewal for all of the material quests. You can, of course, go to the quest button and then make sure you're on the leftmost tab here, and then click the Kyoka Sozai levels, and you'll see that there are now 5 quests available. The 4 that have been there before and maybe shuffled around is, of course, you got the EXP turtles, you've got dragon gems, Evo materials, and then money. There is a new quest available, and that is specifically for Morlings. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but you can see that all of these quests are going to be only 10 stamina in terms of cost, and it has all been reduced to the Jokyu, I think that was hard in English, level. So I think the biggest one, of course, is the dragon gems, which were a tick higher in terms of difficulty, right? Also a good thing is that they said that the drop rates have been increased. I, of course, have not tried these new stages to see how better the drop rates are. They have also cut down in terms of the number of stages, battle stages, that you have to do to complete the quest, so it should be a little bit more efficient to at least farm them over and over again. But I think this is a big thing, that a speed clear will guarantee you a drop of the desired material. So if you want a single dragon gem, right, you just run this and you make sure you get that speed clear, you will get one drop, where before it was just no guarantee that you were going to get it at all. So I think that is a very, very nice change. Now, of course, we do have Morlings, and this is something I love personally because I am always low on these guys. There are specific quests for each Morling. The first one here, Pawatas, is for attack, power. Speed is the second one, Spitas. And then the third one is Hitopotas. Of course, Tas means plus, and the other word is specifically for power, speed, and hit point. So pick up the ones you need, red, blue, green, in that order. You can pick up Morlings additionally, which is nice. Now this may be something that you need to keep in mind. Of course, all of the older Chukyu stages have been removed from the game. You only get the Jokyu level available anymore. I think Chukyu would be normal, maybe? I just don't remember. Now, of course, since we've reduced, I think, like I was saying, the Dragon Gem quest was a little bit of a higher level. Because it has been reduced to a Jokyu stage, there is no continue chest. I mean, that's no big deal. In exchange for getting a guaranteed drop on the speed clear, right? It's perfectly fine, I think. And I don't know if anybody really cared, but the Max Speed and Dragon Gem quest will also no longer give a time rank anymore because it has been reduced to a Jokyu stage. And of course, this might be an interesting change. I don't know. I mean, of course, probably people used it if you needed to farm for it, but you'll notice that the Ereberebel bonuses for Divine Shards or Dragon Gems have been removed from the game. Those campaigns no longer exist. Hopefully that means at minimum those old campaigns are what the new rates are, so they got rid of it. So that's just an interesting little bookkeeping change with the shuffling of those material quests. Alright, and so this is probably the thing you noticed as soon as you logged into the newest version. The Striker's Navi has been updated to also show you how many orbs you can pick up if you were to fulfill all of the quests in the game. And you can see that I can pick up a whopping 1,045 orbs if I were to do all of the stuff here. You can, of course, click that icon to get the details of where those orbs are waiting for. The left tab will show you any limited time events that are going on right now. So this is, of course, telling me that I can pick up 55 orbs from the Abyss, as well as 68 orbs from completely finishing the tower. Obviously that is something you want to achieve, so make sure you do not miss out on that. You can also click on the right button, which is available at all times. The first set of sections set of sections. The first section of quests are just quests that are available on the events tab right now. So there's a few things that I missed. Of course, don't forget to do your post maintenance quest. But of course, here's all these normal quests that I haven't farmed my orbs for. All of those new quests we talk about, you'll get one each for clearing those. And then the last section is, of course, the library. There's 680 orbs waiting for me there. And of course, I have completely ignored until now the sacred beasts. Well, I guess I haven't completely ignored it because I only have 16 left there. But of course, there's some other stages, right? Like the historical battlegrounds, or well, I know which one I skipped on the the Hirameki no Yugijo, so I'm not gonna do that stage. But yeah, there you go. Oh no, these weren't the sacred beasts. These were the guardians, right? The beast guardians. So, anyways, this will give you an idea. If you're out of orbs and you need to farm, there's probably a good set of quests you can take on here. Use this to help you out, to direct you where those orbs may be. And of course, this counter will be in your face all the time now, saying, hey, you can do some more stuff to get some more orbs. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I think this was a cool update too. If, when you're selling monsters, sometimes you'll be doing like this and you're just not thinking about it. It's like, oh, what did I pick? Well, now you can verify what monster you picked. You can click that red button here to only show the monsters that you have selected for selling, and then you can click it again to go back to your previous view and pick any more monsters up. The previous buttons still work as intended here. The red button allows you to reset your selections. The blue ones will automatically select all monsters, either 3 stars or less, 4 stars or less, or cancel again. And of course, that OK button will actually go forward with the selling of the monsters you have checked. Alright, and I think we're going to be at the tail end of this video. Of course, don't forget that as a thank you for dealing with maintenance, you can spend 5 single orbs, 5 orbs to do a single pull. There we go. This is a 50% chance that you get a 5-6 star monster, but you don't have that much time before it goes away, so don't forget. But do keep in mind, and I do want to say this so you don't mess up, it costs 1 pull that it takes 1 pull that costs 5 orbs. That means if you do not get a 5-6 star monster, it will increase your Hoshidama by 1. If you're at 49 out of 50, be careful. We probably don't want to waste your Hoshidama on this gacha. But if you're not waiting for that, it's just 1. Why not? Let's do it. As always, I do this in my video here, and I guess my tablet is right there too. I actually did update my tablet this time, so. And I don't know. I don't know if has my main account actually gotten a decent hit with that gacha. I just don't know anymore. But that's a bust for my main account. I'm gonna keep talking and pull meanwhile, but. Of course, remember this only includes general pool monsters. There's no limiteds or anything special that come with this. So keep your expectations in check. But it does include all general pool monsters that were added to the game by March 2nd, 2021. Yeah, and of course, like I was saying, there is that Morling quest that is available that gives you 5 orbs just for completing it. So if you want, you can just consider that by just doing this quest, you are getting your free pull for the 50% gacha anyway, right? So you can either pocket it or use it for something else, which we'll also talk about before the video is over. But you go to the event here and it'll be this one right here. Again, 5 orbs. Don't miss it out. Like, just because it's a Morling King event, don't skip it. And I guess my tablet got junk as well for the 50%. So sad times this month. And I guess just a few things if you want to, if you ever wanted to get a full view of your team before you venture off into that quest, there is now a new option here to actually just see all the details of your monsters in one flow. You can see their class, their sling type, their type, strike shot turn count, as well as all of the able berries that you have on your monsters. Y'all can also double check to see what your guardian beast is going to be, and I think this is just a very minute change. This button will always reselect all of the monsters at once. If you just want to change one monster, you can just click their portrait there to do that. I forget how much of that actually changed, but they did specify that out on full text in the patch notes, so might as well go over it one more time. And this one I'm not going to be able to show you because I am always full on materials here, but if you are trying to evolve a monster and you don't end up having enough materials to complete that, it will be more obvious than it was before that you are missing it. It'll tell you how much is left. The Ato, those characters tell you how much you need to go, and of course the ones that are actually under the icons, in the green area. I wish I had a pointer or something, but that now actually shows in a red background, which before it was like this pulsing red text, which I think people kept missing, because I did see the occasional post here and there. It's like, hey, why can't I do this? Now normally I would say like maybe 6 times out of 10 it's because they set their monster as their 5-star friend monster, but the occasional person here or there, it's just like they missed that it was in red, that they need those materials. So it will be much more obvious nowadays which ones are missing, so you can use that to your advantage to go ask somebody where I can farm those. Here's a nice little small update on the Monsterpedia. You can go here, and then one of the sorting options that you have is the status buttons, and now there is going to be the ability to sort via their 120 stats or their normal 99 stats. So for example, right, let's say I want to see which monster has the highest HP, and looks like Odin, right, is the winner here, but that was with the level 99 stats, right? So if I check this and then see how it looks with the 120 stats, lo and behold, that Anastasia beats Odin with that. Of course she beats Odin in many other reasons, but hey, if you care about what monsters, how they stand with their super level scroll activated to get them to that 120, this is one way you can do that. And that is it for me today with the update. So if you have any questions with what you saw today, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer that. I know I've been a little bad about responding to comments lately, but I will try to get on that sooner than later. I think that's it. So is there anything in particular you liked over the others, or is there anything confusing? I'm here to help. Let me know. If you liked what you saw, make sure you hit the like button, comment below, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. ENG Monst on Twitter is available for you to see the latest and greatest news, and of course the Discord channel is available to talk with other folks. And before we go, you probably noticed in game that there was a surprise. We are going to be getting the second installment of Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer in English, right? That will be coming to the world of Monster Strike, so make sure you stay tuned to Monster Strike news later tonight. I will of course be making a news rundown video of all the new stuff that will be coming, So make sure you do not miss out on that, because I think a lot of people are definitely excited that Kimetsu no Yaiba is coming back to the world of Monster Strike. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and until next time.